guess the channel's closed.
Master!
Mew. Oh yeah, St. Binah's in danger.
Luke, you're awake.
Is this a flower garden?
They're Selenias, the only flowers that grow in the Cliffoth. They bloom at night. The outer lands cover the sky, so hardly any sunlight gets through. Anyway, you look like you were worried about something.
Oh, right. I want to go back to the Outer Lands.
You'll be able to go back at some point, but for right now...
No, I have to go back now. Asch said St. Binah's gonna fall.
But you've been asleep this whole time.
I could hear. He and I are connected.
Even if that's true, how do you plan to prevent St. Binah from falling?
Well...
You don't understand a thing. You base all your actions on what others say and never try to understand things for yourself. That's no different than how you acted at Akzeriuth.
You're right. Master Van said so. Asch said so. That's all I ever say. It's no wonder everyone got sick of me and left me behind.
You knew that they went back to the Outer Lands?
I told you, Asch and I are connected. I saw it through him. I really am his replica.
Luke.
Up till now, all I ever paid attention to was myself. And I'm not even sure I saw myself clearly.
Yeah.
I want to change. I have to change.
If you really mean that, then perhaps you can. But even if you change, that won't bring back Akzeriuth. And it won't erase the fact that thousands died. With the weight of all that on your shoulders, how do you plan to change?
I don't know. That's all I know how to say. I'm pathetic. If I could make up for Akzeriuth by apologizing, I'd apologize as much as it took. If my dying could bring back Akzeriuth, then I'd be scared. But I'd die. But that's not how things are. Even if I tried to make up for it, I'd never be able to. So I'm gonna start with what I can do. I don't know what that is yet, but I'm serious. I want to change.
I still don't think you really understand. Not while you can talk about dying so easily.
I won't ask you to trust me right away. Tyr, you carry knives on you, right?
Yes? Why?
Let me borrow one for a minute.
Luke!
With this, I say goodbye to who I have been. Tyr, I want you to watch me from here on out, and then make up your mind. I may not do a good job right away. I may make mistakes, but I'm going to change.
All right. I'll be watching you.
Please.
I will. But don't ever take it for granted. I can give up on you at any time. Anyway, right now, if Saint Binah is really going to fall, we have to find a way to stop it.
Right. But what should we do?
Let's ask the mayor, my grandfather. He should be in the meeting room.
Okay, let's go.
Hello folks, and welcome to part 41 of Tales of the Abyss. Yeah, I finally get to talk, but before anything, it's time to think for myself. Got no idea how to keep St. Binah from falling, gotta get there somehow. Luke's gonna sound like this from now on. Yeah, we kept red destruction. He's gonna evacuate everybody. I'm reading it completely. Ask grandfather about it. Dear. What? I don't know anything. I don't understand what the mayor says. And I need you to explain a lot of it to me. I make my own decisions though. Good. Don't use lack of knowledge as an excuse though, you replica. Yeah, sorry. No need to rush things. Start by doing what you can, alright? First thing I can do is talk to the mayor. Right, let's go. Alright, so, sorry about that. I'll get more into this in a second. I'm just putting some of the equipment that I bought in the last part, or 2 parts ago. Anyway, I'm going to go back into live commentary here so I can fully explain what's going on, because this is a little confusing for me doing this post stuff. So let's save it, and let's get back to live commentary. Alright, we're back with live commentary, about time. All that previous stuff you saw from like the boss battle of last part up until that cutscene was all post, because I recorded thinking, oh, I'm not actually going to beat this boss, and then I actually did. So I was like, I made sure to record it just in case I actually did beat him, which I'm glad I did. It wasn't actually as tough once I leveled up a bit. Anyway, here's Luke's new portrait. He's got a new title. He got this back when he got the crap kicked out of him by Asch. Replica model. These titles actually have different effects. None of them are really like game breaking until like some of like the later ones. There actually are some. Well, not really game breaking. You get them by time it's the end of the game, so it doesn't really matter. Anywho, like for instance, Duke's Son. I believe this one, it recovers your hit points by 2% if you stand still for 15 seconds. So if you're really hurt, you can just go use the bathroom, put this on, stand still, and then Luke should get some of his health back. But I just put on the new ones. There's those titles, and there'll be costume titles. I'll be using those a lot more later. Luke also got up some levels. His level is synced with Asch's, but he unfortunately doesn't get the capacity core bonuses that Asch got. So that kind of sucks. So we took all the capacity cores of everyone. So we're gonna put Stir Forte on tier. Put no Stir Forte on Stir Forte on Luke. No Stir Forte on tier. I would like to divide this game into 3 acts. I would say I believe this is the start of Act 2. This first part. You might say 40 parts for Act 1. How long is this game? 120 parts? It's a long game. I don't know if it'll be that long. I think Act 1 might be the longest one, and Act 3 is probably the shortest. Anyway, let's get going with cheagles never forget. Mew, 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 mew. Certainly a good mood, Mew. I am. Master got better. I'm happy. Luke is always mean to you. Don't you get tired of him? I know Master's a nice person, actually. That's why he saved me in Chigo Woods. You know, you've helped him quite a bit as well. I did? Woohoo! I'm gonna keep helping, breathing fire and breaking rocks. Breathing fire and breaking rocks, breathing fire and breaking rocks. Help in an emotional sense. It's really true that Chicos don't forget their debts. Is this skit over yet? There we go. There's another skit here. Lost technology. Goody! You should go on American Idol with that amazing singing voice there and the amazing song. You can. They don't really like original songs on that show. They're like, no, just sing us something we already know so we can judge it. Anyway, there's a little cutscene in here. This is another side thing you can do. This is the roster. It shows everyone living in Aldrin. Basically, it shows you all the different character models of the game. Because this is a new game plus, there's actually a ton of stuff in here already, so it's kind of spoiler. So I'm only going to show you a little bit of it. I'll just show you the main characters, because there's nothing spoiler in there, because we've met them all. Alright, and our own information right now. And Luke getting all depressed again. That's kind of the point of this game where he starts getting all emo. Not really emo, but I mean he's not really sure of what to expect of the world. He just he just learned he's a replica. He's not. He only exists because someone else does. Anyway, you can look at Luke here. So we got two character portraits. We got the long-haired one, and we got the shortened hair version. Doesn't look a whole lot different actually. His hair definitely looks different on the top there. Kind of. What a weird cut. But what he chose to do. You can look at Asch has 2 right now too. This is the version we were using, the slicked back look with the God General. Loving Song is one you actually never get to use, but it's the version where he was in the rain and his hair was all down and kind of looked like this. Looks considerably a lot like the original Luke here, just off to the different side. Anyway, I'm not gonna look at anything else without spoiling anything. There's a treasure chest in here. What's in here? Ooh, that's another capacity core. I think this one gives you defense. Or something? Yeah, this one's all defense. Physical defense, phonic defense. Is there anything else in here? No. Nothing else in here right now. I thought there was. Maybe not. Anyway, it's good to have another capacity core. I'm going to try to get them all. There's one really hidden at the end of the game. I'll be sure to show off. Alright, so we talk to this guy. We talk to this guy. And they just tell you about a whole bunch of different stuff. Let's look at this lost technology skit here. This place looks different than anything I've seen in the Outer Lands. Because of miasma? Well, that, but the buildings are different and strange material they're made of. True, Yulia is rather unique compared to towns in the Outer Lands. No one knows how it was built. What do you mean? Say it was been around since the Outer Lands were raised. Since the Dawn Age. It's protected from the miasma by its cutting-edge technology even for the time. Since then we lost most of that knowledge. Don't know how these buildings were built? Nope. We can make simple repairs or expanding our buildings beyond our capabilities. Wow. Alright. Oh, man, another skit? Jeez, I think this guy wants stuff. I think we talked to this guy before, and he wanted, like, apple gels. And I think this time he wants, like, some food or something. Yeah, rice. I don't even know if we have rice. 5. Do we even have 5 rice? Okay, so we don't even have 5 rice. What this guy will do, he'll lower prices in towns and stuff by trading all these different items. There's 3 different things. We have 3 rice, so that kind of blows. Yeah, we got some new items here. I gotta get rid of all these new items. Is that Gothic Mace any good? No. I just never looked at it. So you're gonna trade him a whole bunch of items and he'll lower prices. It's a little side quest. You don't have to do, but usually side quests will result in prices being lowered in a bunch of places. Like for instance this place. Let's see if we can buy rice off this guy. No, you can't. Well, that sucks. We'll have to come back here. I think that's a timed event though, so we have to make sure we do it before the window closes. That's what they usually do. That's what they refer to that as. If I remember correctly, there's actually a skill you can get for a tier in here, maybe. No. There, you can... No free... What? Okay. No free looking. Okay, whatever. I'm glad I don't need a quote for anyone to say, because I already know what I'm going to use for the title of this episode. And you've already heard it. And you're reading it in the thing right now. Well, now you're reading it, because I just said so. Anyway, there's definitely a skill. So that's the residential area. There's definitely a skill you can get for Tyr. Maybe you have to, there's where Yulia Road is. I think he's blocking the way. Maybe you have to talk to the her grandfather, the mayor.
Tyr, I was looking for you, about the third phonic hymn. Oh, so he's recovered?
Layla, so has the third hymn symbol been discovered?
What's the third hymn? One of those phonic hymns you use?
So he doesn't know about them.
The phonic hymns I use are Yulia's hymns. There are 7 altogether.
Oh, so the third of those 7? Wait, you always just use 2 of them.
I don't understand the symbolism of the others.
Yulia's hymns are useless with only the melody. If you don't understand the meaning and wisdom in the hymns, they're just songs. Oh, that's right. The symbol of the third hymn. There was a hidden page in a book Van left behind. It might be written there. When you have a chance, stop by my place and take a look.
Phonic hymns sound pretty tough.
Yes, the symbols are very difficult. I know all but the 3rd and the 5th. But so far I only understand the 1st and 2nd.
So if you don't know and understand the symbols, they really are just ordinary songs.
Actually, all 7 of Yulia's hymns sung consecutively form another phonic hymn. It's called the Grand Phonic Hymn, and it works even if you don't understand its symbolism. The hymn itself is the symbol of the Covenant.
The whole Covenant with Lorelei Grand Phonic Hymn? What power does that have?
It's said that the Grand Phonic Hymn and the Key of Lorelei together can summon Lorelei.
That sounds amazing!
Yes, but the Key of Lorelei has been lost, and I don't know the 7th hymn. So it may not mean much in the end.
Cheer up. I don't know about the Grand Phonic Hymn, but your 1st and 2nd hymns have really helped. That's good enough.
Luke, thank you.
Well, really so much is the 1st hymn, because I barely use Force Field. I use Nightmare a lot. Nightmare is useful because it doesn't cost a lot, it does a little bit of dark damage, gets those dark fields up, and it puts guys to sleep sometimes. So yeah, here's where we go. For sure.
I've been waiting for you.
What's the book Van left behind?
It's just an ordinary book on phonic arts, but there was a hidden page at the end. Here's a copy of it. I don't know what it means, but I thought you might...
This is... Va... Le... Zue... Tue... Mother... Understanding... Spreading through the land of Rugnica. The magnificent angel's voice.
What's going on?
Quiet. Tyr is meditating. It looks like that really was the symbol of the hymn.
Now I understand. This is the 3rd hymn.
Were you able to figure out the hidden whatever it was?
Yes.
Congratulations, Tyr.
Thank you. Do you mind if I keep this copy? There's information here about the symbolism in the other hymns as well. Though I don't yet know enough to understand them.
Be my guest. I'm sure it'll come in useful eventually as you grow stronger.
Yes. Thank you.
Alright, so basically, Tyr just learned Holy Song, which is actually one of the more useful hymns. However, it's freaking expensive. So what it does is it affects everyone on the field. It brings up their attack, their defense, and it gives you a small amount of hit points back. Now it's not cheap though, 48 TP. It's not exactly use it every moment. Pretty much for boss fights, or maybe once you get towards more the end of the game, you can start using that a bit more. Let's assign some more techniques here to Luke. I'm gonna set him up similar to how I had Asch set up, just because I kind of remember that a little bit more. He did have Guardian Field. Okay. We can put Guardian Field on his down. Guardian Field's actually not too bad. I'm gonna put Rending Thrust on. I like Rending Thrust. Should we take off something for the Rending Thrust? Take off Sonic Thrust. I like Sonic Thrust, but you know what? We'll take that off. And I want at least 3 Arcane Arts here. It's useful to have more base techniques than arcane techniques. I like Fangblade Havoc, and I love Fangblade Rage, so set those. This is probably going to be the end of the episode. I know I haven't done a whole lot, mainly just a little side stuff in this town, but we had that big important cutscene at the beginning. We're going to put the grass chamber on steel now. This is what I was using for Asch, as you saw in the last boss fight, giving steel a hit point recovery effect. It'll come more into play once Luke uses that 100 times, so that it activates every time he uses it. And we can take this off of Sonic Thrust, because we're not going to be using that. Let's put that on Fangblade Rage. It's good to have a nice finisher to a combo, have some good attack. But, you know what, I think we're going to end it here. Like I said, I know I didn't do a whole lot, mainly just side stuff. But next time, we'll get into, yeah, because we'll talk to Tyr's grandfather, the mayor, and we'll get into some fights with the new and improved Luke. He has a new ability he wants to show you, and I can't wait to show it off. So until next time, I've been Spec33, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.